US President Donald Trump, who had often spoken about ending the Russia-Ukraine war in a matter of 24 hours, has failed to get even a basic ceasefire from Moscow. Trump and Putin spoke last night, several days after US forced Ukraine to agree to an unconditional full ceasefire. Following the talks, Russia has agreed to refrain from attacking Ukraine's energy infrastructure for 30 days, a partial ceasefire. The agreement to refrain from attacking Ukrainian energy infrastructure occurred during the second call between Putin and Trump. The American president has made ending the war between Moscow and Kyiv a central plank of his foreign policy since assuming office earlier this year. This is in stark contrast to what Trump had been able to do with Ukraine. As mentioned, Ukraine had earlier agreed unconditionally to the American proposal for a 30-day ceasefire after a meeting between its foreign minister and the US Secretary of State Marco Rubio in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia earlier this month. An hour after the teleconference between Putin and Trump, where the two leaders settled on a very partial 30-day ceasefire, halting attacks on the energy infrastructure, 40 Russian drones flew into Ukraine airspace, striking civilian buildings, including a hospital in Sumy in northeastern Ukraine and an energy substation in Donetsk region. Speaking to reporters late night, Ukrainian President Zelensky said, and I quote, "You see, already an air alert, so this is already not working." Zelensky also noted that if Russia does not adhere to the fragile ceasefire, Ukraine will fight back. And I quote, "There won't be a situation where Russia will continue to shell our energy infrastructure and we won't respond. We will respond." In the much-awaited call between Trump and Putin, which came after weeks of American diplomatic efforts to find a resolution to Russia's war in Ukraine, Washington tried to persuade the Kremlin leader to accept the proposal for a 30-day ceasefire, which had already been agreed to by Kyiv. However, Russia only agreed to a partial ceasefire. As part of the phone call, Russia also agreed for a swap of 175 prisoners and return of 23 seriously wounded Ukrainians. This is again a minor arrangement and smacks of something already in the works, given the frequency of similar past swaps and the fact that it is due to happen as quickly as Wednesday. So while Trump may project this as a victory, the fact is that Putin played him while also ensuring he left Trump with an illusion of win. Russia's war with Ukraine has gone on for 3 years after Putin first announced a special military operation in February 2022. At that time, the US was led by President Biden, who had promised American aid to Ukraine and has since become a key security partner for Kyiv. Trump has consistently claimed that the war would not have begun if he remained president and promised to end this war on day one of his second presidency. Almost 2 months in, the American president has succeeded in getting both Ukraine and Russia to agree to some form of ceasefire only. For The Print, this is Snehesh Philip. Do subscribe to The Print's YouTube channel for more such videos.